You guys are wondering who this handsome, extremely tall gentleman next to me is. Chef Justin Bazbarich.
Yes, hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
What makes you the pizza expert?
Well, I own 2 pizza restaurants.
Yes, very delicious.
Thank you. Speedy Romeo. So we specialize in wood-fired pizzas.
What are we testing today?
This is the Breville Pizzaiolo. I've heard a lot about it. It's a home pizza oven.
Why wouldn't we just be able to use a regular oven for pizza?
It won't get hot enough. But supposedly with this machine, it will get to a temperature that's comparable to a wood-fired oven, 750, 800.
Okay, so it comes with the timer, the style, and then darkness of the pizza. And then if you wanted to sort of experiment, you can put this like little magnetic die on, and this actually shows you the deck temp, the top temp, and the temperature control. We're gonna be testing 3 different types: classic New York, Neapolitan pizza.
Correct.
And then what you specialize in.
Sure, it's a little bit of a combo of the 2.
Okay, chef, starting with the New York style, we're using the recipe that was given with the manual. So what makes a New York pizza a New York pizza?
To me, a New York pizza is a sauce that they've cooked it with garlic, or it has onion in it. It looks like it's got oregano and some basil in it already. Usually your cheese is gonna be a low moisture content mozzarella. That's usually your New York style. A New York style pizza is more of a baked pizza.
So this one, the heat doesn't have to be like super high then?
No, you're more focused on the deck temperature,
Yep.
you know, where the pizza's landing. The yeast is
Woo.
working, that's for sure. For, you know, home pizza makers, you can see I'm being cognizant of not pressing the crust, because that's where you want to make sure that the air stays inside and that your toppings will stay in the middle. We're off. 7 minutes.
What makes a good oven for pizza?
You want a hot deck temperature so that the bottom of the pizza sears and has some sort of structure, you know, once it's sliced and held. You also want a broiling effect. So that's very important to get the color on the top, to get the caramelization of the ingredients. You have crispy, sort of charred crust, but then it's also cooked through. Some action's happening here.
And I smell it.
There we go.
All
right. Oh, wow. You can hear that the bottom is crispy.
So what do you think?
It's got good color. Now this dough has sugar in it, so it's going to brown quicker than a dough without sugar. We can look at the bottom there, so it's got some color. Bottom looks great. Bottom looks New York style to me.
I mean, it looks very New York. It feels like a New York slice.
Let's look into the crust and see how it's cooked. To me, that's beautiful. There's no raw spots.
Yep.
The dough looks nice and even. You see some aeration in there. It's got some structure to it. Obviously, you know, it's a little mini one, but you can do your New York style fold there.
Looks like a New York slice.
Yeah. Pizza cheers.
Pizza cheers. That's like your New York slice.
You know, all we're missing is the chili flake and the extra
Garlic
parm
powder.
and the garlic powder, but that's done a beautiful job.
So first test, New York, handled perfectly.
Success.
But that's not hard, right? Because you could kind of do that in your oven.
True.
So the true test will sort of be your Neapolitan.
Correct. Right.
What are we looking for?
So now for Neapolitan, we want the deck to be hot as well, but then we also want that broiling effect.
So hot on the top, hot on the bottom, just like really
Cook
hot.
faster. Yeah.
Speaking of cook faster, this cooks the Neapolitan in 2 minutes.
Wow.
I thought that was crazy.
Or that'd be about the same time it would take us at the restaurant in a wood burning oven. So, wow, yeah, you could tell that the dough is definitely a lot softer than the New York style, but we're gonna do the exact same thing. We're going to press through the center.
And this dough is also the dough recipe that was given in the manual.
Right, this dough is very nice. So there we go. You know, difference with New York style, where it had that cook sauce, your Neapolitan style, this is just straight tomato. Your Neapolitan style would be your tomato, your
Fresh mozzarella.
fresh mozzarella. I think that looks good.
That looks good?
Your Italian flag colors are coming together here with some torn basil leaves. I like them big and chunky like this. Classic Neapolitan style would be just to put a little olive oil drizzle.
Whew, you can immediately feel that heat. You can already see it smoking, right? So why is it so hard to get a perfect Neapolitan pizza?
It's hard to get a Neapolitan pizza because you can't get the temperature that hot.
Oh, that's it.
Timer, okay.
That's it. 2 minutes.
Wow.
How's that look?
Looks good. Okay, whoa.
Whoa.
All right, so then there's some of the
Okay.
action. So I guess with that, I would just say that what we would have wanted to do was rotate it once. Crazy that it was just 2 minutes in there and it did that fast. So I guess at the minute mark, you would turn it. Let's just look at the bottom. So the bottom's got good color. I mean, that's what I'd be looking for in a wood burning oven.
And how do you feel about the leopard spotting on this one?
The leopard happened. I think this dough was only a day. It only fermented for a day. To me, you're gonna need at least 48 hours to get some really good leopard spots.
Okay.
It's cooked. It's not raw in any way. You know, it's got some good structure, good air pockets into it. You have some good structure throughout, but normally this is your sort of, that's normal for a Neapolitan style. It's not exactly as firm as your New York style. You know, the toppings are nice. There's color on top of the mozzarella. You know, that's what you want as well. The basil's wilted obviously very quickly. Yeah, my only change would be I would just rotate it once.
But now that we learned it from this, when we do your dough, we'll know that we need to rotate it. Have you ever seen anything mimic that wood-fired oven?
Not that quickly. Just to set the timer for 2 minutes and for you to get that result that quickly is fantastic.
So I'm really excited for the third. We will use your dough, your recipe.
This is our dough from the restaurant, Speedy Romeo. This is a 48-hour ferment. This is almost kind of a combo of like a St. Louis style, a New York style, and a Neapolitan all together. Since we have wood-fired ovens at the restaurant, we're gonna cook this on that wood-fired temp. So can we make restaurant quality pizza?
From this guy.
From this guy.
Well, obviously you would have to have the right ingredients.
We get this Breville cheese in from St. Louis. It's a mixture of cheddar, provolone, and Swiss. It also has liquid smoke in the mix, so it's super umami.
And your dough recipe is similar to the other one?
So ours is a little drier.
Yeah,
we have a
definitely low moisture.
Lower moisture content, which is a little rare for a Neapolitan style, but I think we need that consistency to hold up to the toppings we put on top.
Got it.
So I like to kind of use gravity to sort of let itself stretch out.
And you're able to do it with this dough, but not the other ones because they're too soft.
Those other ones might have, if we would have held it here, it would have just hit the table. With this Breville, we're gonna put less sauce. When the cheese melts into the sauce, it sort of becomes one. What we're gonna do here is put a little barrier in between the cheese and the sauce with some brownie action.
And are we gonna do this at 2 minutes as well?
Same height, yeah, we'll do it at 2 minutes. That's how fast they go in the oven at the restaurant. See if we don't have to turn it.
Got it. In 2 minutes, chef, the price point on this, $7.99.
$799,
Yes.
okay.
Little high, just a little,
A little high.
but it beats an $8,000 wood fire oven.
True, true. And you get to plug it into the wall. You don't have to load the wood, buy the wood, store the wood.
Here's the $1 million question though. Would you pay $7.99 for this?
Would I pay $7.99 for this? I would. I would. And why I would is because I'd be excited to play with it in other ways, to do other things. Because, you know, your home oven doesn't get as hot as you would want it to do to broil meats or cook things very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'd be more interested in taking it past pizza.
Oh, that's 2 minutes.
That's 2 minutes, okay.
That's 2 minutes, it's coming out.
All right, so now you can see, interesting, this time it cooked hotter in the front.
That's weird.
Let's just, for this to really make it nice, let's just give it a turn, shove it back in, and get some more heat.
And
So yeah, you can already see that it's getting a lot more color quickly on the front there. Also that Breville, we want to get a little more color on it. We're pretty close.
And with yours, it looks like the leopard spotting is like really happening here.
Yeah, leopard spotting happened here because this is a 48-hour ferment.
How does that feel, the cut?
Feels good. From here to there, you can see that that's, you know, it's cooked through. Same thing. It's got the, you know, the steam's coming out there.
I know
And
y'all
so then-
jealous right now.
Uh-huh.
It does have that like very like Velveeta texture.
Sticks to the top of your mouth.
It's incredible. So you can get restaurant quality pizza at home.
Uh-huh.
You have the right ingredients, have the right chef. I think that we should like throw in one more, cranking it up all the way to the top, 750,
Sounds good.
and seeing if
Take
that's
it
gonna
to
make
11.
a difference. Yeah,
Going back in to test
going
it
in.
at max speed. So we're on
Reaction.
even heat this time, right?
So
That's
it's-
2 minutes? So
You want more, right?
a little more. Yeah.
That's
now
weird.
This time the back is hotter. All right, so let's give it a turn. Okay, that's it. I will say that I think the way we had it, before it was more on the crust only, we turned it to more even heat, and you could see that the top got much better color than this one that just had it on the outside. So I like this better, and especially for that Breville. So see those,
Yeah,
that's how you want
parts.
the Breville to look with that,
The crispy.
the crispy bits on top. And then the dough is nice too. We got some leopard spots.
Yes. This is always my favorite part, eating.
I think the first one we did, it might have been a touch under, but this one's perfectly cooked.
Oh, that is like super yummy.
Yeah.
You love the machine. I love the machine. In the end, it's about, is it worth it? Does anything else do what this does?
Right.
No.
Yeah, nothing else does.
Nothing else
does that. It's electric. It's your normal power supply. It's
You
pretty
just, like, plug
mobile
it in.
as well.
Yeah.
Put it anywhere.
Chef, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
Until next time. Today's video was brought to you by our sponsor, American Express, with the Pay It Plan It feature, giving you choices for how to make payments big or small. Since this Breville Pizzaiolo is totally worth it, but it's on the higher end of price points, I can plan it, choosing the payment plan that works for me.